So it's just before lunch. I'm gonna just do this now. I'm just gonna drill. I've had so much trouble getting the pins to fit here. I'm gonna drill this out. I think if we can just tie this off to something using this line here, we can hopefully keep the mast up. I've just tied the jib off and oh, this is smaller than I thought it was. And I'm going to get this pin out. I'm going to try and drill this little hole out. I think it'll be fine. I think it's going to be better than having this stainless steel screw in here, which is kind of damaging the little eyelet at the bottom here. So now I have tied this off, so I'm hoping the mast won't fall down. Oh, soon see. Going to try with a 5mm drill bit. Let's just see where that gets us. This is a 5x21 cotter pin, and that actually fits quite nicely in there, really snug fit. Just going to go see if I've got a shorter one. This is a 5x16. Let's have a little look. Oh, that doesn't want to go through, weirdly. First helicopter of the season. Never seen one of them before. Looks like a, you know, when people have little private helicopters. Looks like one of them. So the 5x16 is a snug fit, but I think that's a little bit tight. To get the Clevis, to get the pin off, is a little bit tight. I think this one, 21mm. I think that's going to be fine. That should come in here. Just make sure we get that the right way. I think it goes that way. Don't know if you can hear that. That's the train. Everything's waking up. Right, let's. Oh, this is proving to be quite fiddly. There we go. Got it in. Let's just get a pin on there. These are these new pins that I think once you get the technique, you can they just click on like that. Yeah, there you go. So there you go. I'm a lot happier with that. That's going to be much stronger, and it's going to obviously be a lot more abrasion resistant, and it's not going to abrade the eyelet either, which the screw was doing. I think I call these jetties because they don't rise and fall with the water. A lot of people call them pontoons, but probably because they look like pontoons, don't they? But I call them jetties, and I'm gonna take advantage of the fact the water's finally receded. I'm gonna sit and have a bit of bread. I've got some soup, but I want to get on. I can't be bothered with making the soup, all the hassle of it in the camper van at the moment. So we'll have a bit of bread, and we'll crack on. I've really missed this. I know we're not on a boat right now, but look at this. Whoop. Just sat here with the water lapping. Look at those lovely little waves, and then you can just see over there the adventure centres. I think the ribs getting all their hire boats out. You may just be able to see on their jetty, I think all the boats have been pulled out. So, oh, it's just, you know, you take this day in the summer. It's so lovely, it really is. And I'm really, really glad. A little bit of good luck for a change. I don't consider myself unlucky at all. Although I'm much luckier at certain things than I am, and other things I'm not. I never fail to find a car. I never worry about finding a space for my car. One always seems to open up for me. If I could apply that to the rest of my life somehow, I'd be a really lucky person. But I think we all have the same luck when it comes down to it. And if we don't, then you still need to think that way, because it's bad for you to think being unlucky is really bad for you. I'm really pleased with the inside of here. It's really smooth now, solid. But what we need to do is would like to fit this cleat back again. So let me just double check which holes there were. Those two. So we're just gonna drill these two holes out. Now this back plate, ideally, you'd stick that back plate into here. But because I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with all of this yet, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just back plate it again, like this, and then that means I can take it out. So I think that's going to be more than adequate anyway for the job in hand there. To get all this sorted out, we'll get the boat super dry, and then we'll get her hoovered out, spick and span. There, look at that. Brilliant. I'm really chuffed with this. That will go that way on. That's it. We'll get that up. Right then, just a case of tightening these up now. I'm going to have to do this from the other side, to be honest with you. But when we get her in the water, this is quite an essential cleat to keep the centreboard under control. So, I need to get this one in now. Otherwise, I overuse the cleat on the top here. Which, to be honest with you, I'm not entirely sure what the actual reason for this cleat is, but yes, I do tie the main sheet off to it. On a day like today, it's more. You can, do you know what? It's like everything else with sailing. Use your common sense. If you've got 10 knot winds, they're pretty consistent, and it's safe because you need to do something, and it's safe to tie your main sheet off, then there's nothing wrong with that. If it's 30 mile an hour, you're on the sea, 30 knot winds on the sea, or even if it's just gusty and unpredictable, or you might have passengers on board that are just not so seaworthy, or seafaring should I say, then don't sheet the main sheet in. If you're cruising, just be really wary when you sheet the main sheet in. You don't want to be capsizing the boat. In fact, when you read any dinghy inquiries over the years, especially there's been like one or two about luggers or Drascombes, they all start with the main sheet was cleated, so there we go. Oh man, That is so tough and strong now compared to how it used to flex and everything. Just realised, because nothing's coming out at the bottom of the hole, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get a little bit of this groove here. Well, actually, I've already just done it with the Dremel. I'm just going to sand either side of here, and I might be able to put the gel coat on today. So I'm going to do that now. So it doesn't need much. If we have a little look up there. There you go. Doesn't need much. But I've just gouged it out a bit here, where you can feel it. Here. And I'm just going to fill that up. It won't matter that that's sanded. I just sanded that to make sure, you know, for overspill. And all this is going to do is block up the gel coat, because if it'll be waterproof with the fiberglass, but the gel coat, they might get water ingress, and you know, within a season or two you might find that your hole's starting to get osmosis or something. So we're going to mix some of this stuff up, and we're going to get that on the boat as well. Oof, this stuff stinks. Now this stuff does not like the sunlight, so I think it's this MEKP that you can smell. Oh, it's nasty stuff. Now, I've got some which obviously matches the hull, which I'm not going to do now. I'm going to do that another time. But this one will match the hull. This is from Drascombe. Let's just get this put back in this bag so, you know, we're not getting it in direct sunlight. Now, there we go. I've got the instructions on how to do this. I literally need the tiniest bit. So let's get this mixed up. I think this is called copper tubes. Oh no, I don't know. Let's just check that. Yeah, that's a brilliant match, to be honest with you. Aquamarine, I think this boat, the hull is called. So we need a little bit of a cup. Let me go and get what I need to do this. Because what we're going to need is about a teaspoon is what we're looking for. This won't set until it's set. So that's about, I would say that's about a teaspoon. And then we're just going to scrape that into here. Like this. And then we're going to need about 2%, so that's like 2 drops of this. However, this is a bit difficult to you need a little pipette really, but I'm going to try and do it like this, if you can see this. Just going to dip this in, and they're quite tiny little drops, these. So I've done 3. You shouldn't over catalyse though. You've got to be very careful not to over catalyse. Oh, wrong top. And then we'll just get these put away straight away. I'm hoping that'll be enough. And then all we've got to do here is mix it up. You don't get much of a shelf life with this, so it does set quite quickly. Whew. Glad we're outside, because this stinks. We need a little bit of, I forgot to give this a clean. And all I'm going to do is fill this little crack, which you can't really see. But I am hoping we can just fill it. And the first job really is to just get it. Oh, I can feel it. Yeah, I tell you what, this is going off already, I reckon. So just gonna squeeze it up like this. Oh, I'm making a bit of a mess of this, but hey, it is what it is until it isn't. There we go. You know what? That's going to do me. It's not the world's greatest job, that, but it's going to at least seal it up. I think when I get the other trailer and I get the rollers out of the way, I'll go under the trailer and have a little look. But I don't want to go under this trailer at the moment because it might just fall on me. So just got to be careful with it. Needed to do this. Just chop my rudder rest so it now fits in there quite nicely. It won't come out. Yeah, that's brilliant. Spot on. So we get that home. Get a bit of plastic, get a bit of varnish on it, and that'll be jobs are good done. Quite envious. Look at that. It's not. I thought originally it was a coaster, but I don't think it is. It might be a Swallow Yachts. They do a yawl rig because the mizzen's right at the back of the boat. So whether it's a yawl or a ketch, I don't know. But there you go. That's almost the first. I think that's the first sail I've seen up this season. I was hoping it was going to be us, but wasn't to be, as you well know. Right. Quite frankly, I don't think there's anything else to do on this boat other than playing with spinnakers, getting the little spinnaker stuff sorted out. Now, I'm not sure if I want to just put any stress on the trailer to do that at the moment, and there's plenty of time to get all that sorted. So I think we're going to put Lulu down, and then we're going to go and have a little look at Mockingbird now, see if we can get her sanded up and maybe even epoxied, just ready for a bit of paint next time we come down.